All right, so it's one after. Let's go ahead and get going. Happy Wednesday. So glad that you are here. We're going to get started with some yoga. So go ahead and sit comfortably in a position that works for you. We'll start to turn off that outside world. It's had enough of our attention for today. We don't need to worry about that anymore. We can go inside. We can go inward and be with whatever's here. So sitting nice and tall, relax your shoulders down your back. Let your eyes close. And we'll begin our practice today with a little bit of a pranayama or breathing work. So when you're ready, inhale through your nose, filling the lungs, and exhale out of your mouth. Do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale softly out of the mouth. Again, in through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Adding on to it this time, inhale through your nose. Hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale out of the mouth. Repeating that, inhale through the nose. Holding in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale out of the mouth. One more time. Deep breath in. And hold. 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Closing the mouth, breathing through the nose if you can. Feel the connection your body makes to the floor. Your hands on your thighs. Your arms resting against the sides of your body. Your tongue resting in your mouth. The lips touching. The eyelids meeting. Clothing on your skin. The temperature of the air on the exposed surfaces of your skin. Your body moving with your breath. Your lungs filling and emptying. The feeling of your breath at your throat. The feeling of the breath in the nasal passages. The light flutter of the breath at the opening of your nostrils and on top of your upper lip. Arriving in this moment. Awake and aware. And to bring yourself back, take a deeper, fuller breath in this moment. Bring the palms together and lower the chin and honor yourself just as you are right now, this body, breath, energy, and mind. And it's from this place within you that we'll practice tonight. So go ahead and rub the palms together. And taking the heated palms over your eyes, please. Brushing over the top of your head and down your neck. Bring yourself back to the space around you. Good. Welcome back. So I'm going to ask you to move any props you have off to the sides. We are going to stay seated for the first little bit here. So I'm going to have you take your feet flat to the floor in front of you like so. And the feet are about shoulder width apart or a little wider. And behind me, I'm just bracing my hands, okay? And it's tempting here to just let the shoulders shrug up and just, slump with the upper body. I'm gonna ask you to lift the chest instead. Keep the heart lifting, all right? So that's what's happening in the spine. And then you're gonna go ahead and knock the knees to the left, come back to center and knock the knees to the right. And then just keep going from side to side, rocking on the hips. This can be a slower movement, especially if you're noticing some tension or discomfort. It can also be a quicker movement if you're feeling like that's what you need tonight. And breathe. From side to side, loosening the hips up. Just a little bit of movement in the very lower back, around the sacrum. And breathe. Grounding into the body here. I'm going to go for about 30 more seconds. So just keep rolling. Again, as fast or as slowly as you'd like to. It's also a massage for the glutes. A little bit of a self-care moment there. Good. Now keeping the feet mat width apart, go ahead and knock the knees to the side. Doesn't matter which one, we'll do both. And stay. Now the inside knee, the top one here, is extending down to the floor. Feel that top hip lift a bit more. Feel your chest lift. Breathe. And then we're going to continue into the twist. So your back hand, so the same hand that is the knee that's on the inside, you're going to sweep that hand around you, place it on the floor, and roll the back shoulder back a little bit further, looking as far behind you as you can. Twist, twist, twist. And breathe. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind. Good. And we're going to go the other direction now. So again, feet stay mat width apart or a little bit wider than your shoulders. Go ahead and knock them to the other side. Oops, keep the back hand back where it was at. Going too far too soon. Good. Now the first stage here, this inside knee, you're going to extend it downward to the floor. Feel the chest lift. We'll take a few breaths. Good. And then taking that back hand, one behind you, sweep it around, place it on the floor, deepening the twist, rolling that back shoulder back further and looking as far behind you as you can. Stay and breathe. Good. All right. Inhale carefully, unwind to center. Good. All right. So let's come onto our backs. Coming to lay down. You can hug your knees into your chest when you get there if you'd like to. Maybe rocking on the spine gently from side to side. Feeling the back body pressing into the floor. Good. And then keeping the knees drawn in, go ahead and take your arms down to the floor by your hips. With your next inhale, lift the arms up overhead toward the ceiling. The knuckles touch the floor above you. Then exhale, reach back toward the ceiling and bring the arms back down. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift the arms up and over. And then exhale, reach the arms up and down. Again, inhale, reach up and over. Then exhale, reach up and back down. Let's add the legs this time. So lift the arms just like you did before, and then extend the legs toward the ceiling, reaching through the heels. Exhale, bend the knees back in, bring the arms back down. Again, inhale, lift the arms, extend the legs up. And exhale, arms down, knees in. A few more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Lift the arms overhead, extend the legs, pull the toes back, stay this time. I'm just going to breathe and try to feel your lower back cementing toward the floor, grounding toward the floor. A little bit of core engagement here to stay up. Good. Deep breath in. Then exhale, bend the knees, bring the arms on down. Good. Keeping the knees drawn in toward your chest, take your arms out to the sides. You could also do cactus arms if you don't have that much space nearby. Then take a deep breath in. With your exhale, drop your knees to the right. Inhale, bring them back to center. And exhale, drop the knees to the left. Inhale back to center, drop the knees to the right. Inhale back, and exhale, knees to the left. And just keep going. Inhaling to center, exhale, twisting. Good, all right. So the next time the knees come back to center from the left side, go ahead and hug them in again. Take an adjusting breath. Getting the lower back nice and warmed up with that one. Good. And then take the feet flat to the floor, heels stacking underneath your knees, arms again by your sides, and we'll move in and out of bridge pose for a few rounds. So with your next inhale, lift the arms all the way overhead, pick up the hips, reach your pelvis toward the ceiling. Exhale, release the arms and hips back down. Let's just keep going. Inhale, hips and arms lift. And exhale, they come back down. Inhale. Exhale. Feet stay flat on the floor the entire time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time we'll stay. Lift the hips, arms overhead. Again, staying in the pose. Breathe. Good. One more breath here. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms and the hips back down. Good. When you're ready, roll to your right side, and we'll come on up to hands and knees. Take your time with that transition. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Take a deep breath and look forward. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. Curl the toes under, lift the hips into the air, downward facing dog. Let's walk the dog out here. Bend a knee, extend the opposite heel toward the floor. Breathing as you move. moving as you breathe. Good. All right. So from here, float gently down back onto hands and knees, and then bend the elbows in towards your waist. Bring your chest down to the floor and release your hips back. Hands are under the shoulders, pelvis grounds. We'll come into locust pose. So with your inhale, lift the head, chest, and the legs off the floor. Then exhale, carefully float back down. 4 more times. Inhale, lift up. Lift those legs. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release on down. Good. Curl the toes under. Carefully push up to hands and knees, and then lift the hips into the air. Downward facing dog, walking your feet forward just a few inches. Good. So from here, go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. And let the knees be bent here just a little bit. Fold the upper body over the legs, over the thighs. Release the head, neck, shoulders, and arms. And anything else you want to release, release it. Good. All right. With your next inhale, please press your palms to your shins. Extend the arms, looking at the floor, chest parallel to the ground. Then exhale, fold forward. Then inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, the strong back lift all the way up to standing. And then bring your arms on down. Good. Feeling, sensation. So I'll ask you next to take a wide stance on your yoga mat, nice and wide apart. And then turn the toes out about 45 degrees so the knees can bend relatively easily. And we'll have the hands on the hips to start. Okay. So taking a deep breath in here. Exhale, bend both knees out toward their toes, sinking down as far as you can. Then inhale, coming back up. Good. Again, exhale, elevator goes down. And then inhale, lifting back up. Just starting to get into these hips a little bit right now. Sinking down, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, lift. A couple more times. And you know we're going to hold it this last round. Go ahead and sink on down. Keep the heart lifting as much as you can. And breathe. Unclench your jaw. You can feel it from here. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. Turn the feet parallel, toes pointing directly forward or even pigeon toeing slightly, and then just fold forward. Good. Just feeling the length in the back of the legs here, the length in the lower back as well. Then we'll come back into this forward fold in just a moment. But for now, sweep the arms out to the sides with a strong back, come all the way up, and release the arms on down. So the feet are still parallel, toes pointing directly forward, and they'll have you take your left hand onto your left thigh, all right? Your right arm is gonna extend out to the side, turn the palm toward the ceiling. With your inhale, reach that right arm toward the sky, and then just go ahead and tilt all the way over as far as you can. And then exhale, come all the way back up. Inhale, come back into the pose, reaching up and over. Exhale back up. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Reaching up and over. Exhale back up. And yes, we're going to hold it this last time. Reach the arm up and over. Staying this time. Roll the right shoulder back. Feel big length on that right side from the heel all the way up through the fingertips. Reach. Good. And then come all the way back up and release. Good. Feel sensation for a moment. I feel like that right shoulder's kind of up higher. And then we will balance out that sensation. So go ahead and bring that right hand down now. The left arm extends out to the side. Turn the palm toward the ceiling. And same exercise, different side. Go ahead and lift the left arm toward the sky and then tilt to the right. Exhale, stack the spine, come all the way back up. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, come all the way back up. 3 more times, reach and return. Reach and return. Last one, we're gonna hold it. Go ahead and sweep up and over. Roll the left shoulder back. And again, big energy through the left side, from the heel all the way up through the leg, through the side of the body, through the shoulder, through the arm, all the way to the fingertips. And breathing. One more breath. And then bring yourself all the way up. Good job. All right, feeling that balance now between the two sides as we settle. And then inhale, sweep the arms out and up. With your exhale, swan dive, fold forward over wide legs. Good. Now at this point, you'll want to bring your hands either onto the floor if you can, and if not, bring the hands onto yoga blocks if you have them handy, or something that can help you reach the floor a bit easier. In a pinch, I've sometimes used even like my water bottle, like this works here if I need it to, okay? And I recommend getting yoga blocks if you don't have them already. They're not too crazy expensive, but anyway, hands on the floor or yoga blocks or your water bottle. Your chest is parallel to the floor here. You're looking down. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your right knee. The knee comes forward slightly. The left foot stays flat on the floor, as does the right foot, and you'll feel the stretch on the inner thigh here. Good. Inhale, straighten that leg. And exhale, bend the left knee. Same way. Both feet flat on the floor. Inhale, straighten the leg. And exhale, go into the first side. And we're just going to move from side to side. Inhale, coming out of the pose, and exhale, sinking in. Going only as far as your body's really wanting you to today. Grounding. You've heard me say it before, but the hips don't like to be rushed, so we do this gently. We also do it dynamically. We come in and out of it a bunch of times just to really prepare the body. Let's do a couple more times on each side. Just a reminder, the chest is parallel to the floor here, not dipping down too much and also not lifting up too much. Now take your time getting there. But as you bend the right knee this time, go ahead and stay. If you want, you can walk your hands further to the right to support your upper body. Chest is parallel to the floor, and we're breathing. Good. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Don't think about it, just do it. Bend the left knee before you have a chance to talk yourself out of it. Breathe. And then inhale, straighten the left leg and just go ahead and fold forward for a moment, releasing the head and shoulders. And then bring your chest parallel to the ground again. Again, hands on the floor or blocks or something that resembles block. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend both knees. Now the hips and the heart stay on the same level plane. Don't drop down, don't dip up. Good. Now you can stay here if you'd like to. Knees bending, kind of a deep forward squat. If you want to make it more challenging, you can bring your hands onto your shins. If you want to make it more challenging, you can bring your hands onto your hips. And if you really want to make it more challenging, you could take your arms straight out to the sides, airplane arms. But pick one and breathe. We're going to stay for about 10 more seconds. It's a long 10 seconds, ain't it? Good. Bring the hands back to the floor if they're not there already. Straighten the legs and fold forward. Good. When you're ready, sweep the arms out to the sides of the strong back. Lift yourself all the way up and release the arms on down. Good. So go ahead and step the feet together for a moment. Give the legs a break from that stance. Take a drink of water if you need to. That last exercise always takes me back. That squat that we did, because God, how long has it been? 16 years ago, I did that in my first yoga class. Just a little college kid, didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, what is this? Like I was flabbergasted. Clearly it wasn't enough to deter me from making a career out of it eventually, but always brings me back. Okay, so we're going to work with Warrior 2 next. So go ahead and step to the top of your mat, and you're going to take your right foot way back, a nice, really wide stance, probably wider than you think you should, and turn the toes out to the sides. They're pointing directly off the side of your yoga mat. Good. Now bring the hands onto the hips. Take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, bend your left knee toward its own middle toe. Sink in. Good. Inhale, straighten that leg. Still get into those hips tonight. Exhale, bend the knee, sink on in. Inhale, come back up. Make sure you're keeping the back foot flat on the floor. Think about grounding through the pinky edge of that foot, sinking in and lifting up, sinking in and lifting up. We're going to do a few more of these. I want to add the arms because why not? The shoulders need some work too. Go ahead and lift the arms overhead, either like you're holding a beach ball. If you can bring the palms together, do that. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, spread the arms, bring them down parallel to the floor as you bend the front knee. Warrior 2. Then inhale, straighten the leg, lift the arms back up. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? Exhale, sink in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, lift up. Let's do 2 more times. And then exhale, sink into the pose, looking out over the left fingertips. Arms are parallel to the floor. Staying for about 5 breaths total. Keep bending that front knee. Good. Inhale, straighten the left leg, reach the arms up. Keep the legs straight, release the arms on down. Good. Great job. So to do the other side, all we have to do is actually just change the angles of the feet. So your left foot can just turn off the side of your mat and your right foot can just turn the other way. If that doesn't work for you in your space, just switch and make sure the right foot is forward, the left foot is behind you, okay? Hands can start on the hips. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend the right knee again out toward its own middle toe. Then inhale, come back up. And just sink back in. Again, ground through the pinky edge of the back foot. Inhale up. Exhale, sink in. Good. Straighten the leg. Lift your arms overhead. Again, either palms together or like you're holding a beach ball between your hands. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink into the pose. Spread the arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, sink in, arms come down. Keep going. Let's do 2 more. And yes, we'll hold it this last round. Sink on in, gazing out beyond your right fingertips. The right knee is bending and you're breathing. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up, straighten the leg. And then exhale, bring the arms on down. Good. So going back to the first side. So again, you can just change the angles of the feet if you want to. The right toes point out, the left foot points toward the top of your yoga mat. Good. So extend the arms out to the sides, over the legs, turn the palms toward the ceiling like we had before, and then go ahead and bend the left knee, sinking back into warrior two. I know, sink back into it. Ground the back foot, and then take your right hand down onto your right leg behind you. With your left arm, reach it up toward the ceiling and then back behind you. Then length on the left side. Keep bending the front knee though. It's called proud warrior. 2 more breaths. I know I didn't tell you how long we're staying. About 5 breaths total, so you're almost there. Good, then go ahead and come back up to warrior two. Then straighten the leg and release the arms. Side number 2. So turn the left foot out, turn the right foot forward, or switch. Just make sure the right foot is forward, the left foot is behind you. Good, extend the arms out to the sides, over the legs. Turn the palms up, bend the right knee, sink back into warrior two here. We're nice and practiced at this now. And once you are there, place the left hand down onto the left thigh. Right hand reaches up toward the sky, and then it tilts back behind you. Lengthen the right side. Keep bending the right knee though. It's tempting to reach back and pull back. Don't do it. Bend into that knee. Breathe. Good. And then come back into warrior two. Then straighten the leg and release the arms on down. Good job. Okay. So just as a transition, turn the right toes out, turn the left foot forward toward the front of your mat. You can bend the left knee here, bring your hands down to the floor, and then step back to downward facing dog. So staying here for a few moments, feeling sensation, nice symmetrical stretch after all of that asymmetrical work. Then inhale, gently float down back onto hands and knees. Release the feet. You can widen your knees a bit here and then sink back into child's pose. Take a couple of adjusting breaths. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and walk your hands back, coming up to a seat, and kick your legs out in front of you. Okay, so we're gonna do some seated work now, and I'm gonna ask you if you have tight hamstrings, the backs of your legs, or lower back, to sit on a prop. And so I'll do with a blanket. I think that'll work for me. Um, the more support you can give underneath your spine, the better for this one. And any old blanket will do. Something thick is good usually, like a throw blanket or something. I have these thick wool blankets that I bought from a yoga studio, so they're actually meant for this. But whatever you have on hand will be fine. Good. So start with your legs extending straight forward, about heels are about hip width apart, and then bend your right knee, bring it into your inner thigh. Good. Now, what happens when you do that is the tailbone tucks under and the flesh of the seat tucks under, which makes you want to slump a little bit. So what you can do to help that out is to reach back and grab the flesh of your seat and just widen it. It's yours. You can do it. It's okay. All right. And you might notice that you're kind of like a kickstand going on. So sitting nice and tall, turning your navel a bit more toward the left leg. I'm going to ask you to bring the arms up today. Good. Now take a deep breath in. With your exhale, hinge at your hips and bring yourself about halfway forward, about a 45-degree angle. And then inhale, come all the way back up. If this is too much with the arms, you can also do cactus arms, or even then you can even do hands on the hips. With your exhale again, fold about halfway forward. Inhale, come back up. Again, halfway. Inhale up. Now go to your furthest range of motion, which might still be halfway, or it might be a little bit further. Then inhale, come all the way back up. Again, go back to that point. Inhale back up. And then go to your furthest point, your furthest range of motion, and stop there. Bring the hands down onto the floor or the leg. Grabbing the foot here is not important. Even if you can reach it, don't worry about it. We're not stretching the shoulders right now. We're stretching the lower back. So holding onto the floor or the leg, feel your chin drop in towards your throat so the back of the neck kind of opens up. We're going to hang out here for just a little bit. And I'd like you, while we're here, to make your breath just slightly audible. So you can constrict the glottis or the back of the throat slightly to make a soft ocean or snoring sound, just lightly. And that soft constriction, that light sound, has a soothing effect to your nervous system. Staying for just another breath or two. And with your next inhale, carefully lift yourself back up to a seat. Once you come back up, allow the eyes to stay closed for a moment, or to close if they weren't before. And what you may feel here is it kind of feels like the energy in your body is kind of moving downward and out. Good. Taking a deeper breath, bringing your awareness back. Let's see what the other side feels like, shall we? Take your time, extend the right leg forward. Bring the left foot to the inner thigh. Again, you can widen the flesh of your seat if you need to. Pull the toes back on the right foot. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, reach the arms up, or you could do cactus, or you could do hands on hips. Either way, keep the spine nice and flat. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold halfway forward. Inhale, come back up. Again, halfway. Inhale, back up. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, back up. Go to your furthest range of motion. And up. Again, going back to that same point. And up. Again. And back up. And this time, with your exhale, go to your furthest point. Release the hands down onto the leg or the floor next to the leg. Good. Again, grabbing the foot is not important here. And settling in here, feel the chin drop in toward your throat so the back of the neck opens. Relax your jaw. And again, begin to employ that audible breath, constricting the back of the throat just ever so slightly to create that soft ocean or snoring type sound, that soothing breath. Allowing that sound of the breath to soothe your nervous system, to calm you down. It even might make you feel a bit tired. That's okay. You might need that. Maybe it's good for you to surrender to the fatigue of it. Couple more breaths. And then with your next inhale, carefully walk your hands back, coming up to a seat. Again, stay with the eyes closed for a moment. Just feel. Again, there might be that grounding movement of energy, like everything's kind of moving toward the earth. And bringing your awareness back. Extend your left leg again. Bring the right foot this time flat to the floor, bending the knee in towards your chest. Now, if it's the right knee that's bent, it's the right hand that will go behind your back. It's okay to stay on the blanket for this one. Sit up nice and tall, feel the chest lift, and then wrap the left arm around the right knee or thigh. Take a deep breath and sit tall. Exhale, roll the right shoulder back, twist, 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 looking over that right shoulder. And breathe. And then carefully unwind with your inhale. Extend the right leg down. And let's do the other side. So bending the left knee, bring the foot flat to the floor. If it's the left knee that's bent, it's the left hand that goes right behind your back. Go ahead and wrap the right arm around the knee and thigh. Just take a deep breath in, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, roll the left shoulder back, twist, 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 and stay looking behind you. Good. With your next inhale, carefully again unwind and extend the leg downward. Good. So this time I'll have you take your feet a little bit wider apart, not as wide as your yoga mat, but just a little bit wider than the hips. This is going to give you a bit more access to the hamstrings and the lower back for this next one. Okay. So like not the last exercise, but the one beforehand, you could have your arms straight up. You could do cactus or you could do hands on your hips. The important thing to note is that your spine stays relatively flat. We're trying to stretch the lower back. So if you do a nosedive here, you do one of these things, we're not stretching the back. We're just hurting it. So be mindful, all right? So bring your arms into position, again, either straight up, cactus, or hands on hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge at your hips, come halfway forward. Inhale, come back up. Exhale again, hinge at the hips, come halfway forward. Inhale back up. Again, going halfway. Inhale up. Now going to your full range of motion, no matter where that is for you. Inhale back up. Again, full range of motion. And up. Forward exhale. Inhale up. And then come to your furthest point in the pose. Like before, grabbing the feet is not important here. Bring the hands onto the legs or to the floor. We're not stretching the shoulders. We are stretching the lower back. Now let the chin drop in towards your throat, the back of the neck opening up here. And settle in. Shoulders gliding down your back. And like before, bring back in that audible breath, that soft sound of the breath, that soothing sound of the breath. Let's stay for 2 more breaths. And with your next inhale, carefully sit up, eyes closed, feel for a moment. And bringing your awareness on back. Go ahead and come down onto your back to relax. Now, as you come down, it might feel like you need 1 or 2 more exercises to feel complete here, so do that if you need to. If not, just come to relax. Feeling the body uncross when you're there. Your arms relaxing down by your sides, palms face up. Feel your body open, feel your body relaxed. And if you're not resting on your back yet, make your way there now. And tonight, to help you relax a bit more, I'll lead you through a body scan. For this practice, all you have to do is bring your awareness to each point or region of the body as I name it. And if you happen to lose track of where we are, pick up wherever we might be at the moment that your mind comes back. You don't have to move. In fact, don't move. Just awareness to these points or regions. So start by bringing your awareness to the soles of your feet, all 10 toes, and the tops of your feet, your ankles, your shins, your calves, knees, and the tops of your thighs, and the backs of your thighs, your hips, the muscles of your pelvis, front abdomen, your lower back, your entire rib cage, the muscles of your chest, your shoulder blades, the tops of your shoulders, your upper arms, elbows, your forearms, wrists, your hands, your entire neck, your jaw, all the muscles of your face, the sides of your head, the back of your head, and the top of your head, your entire body. Peace, peace, peace. Go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Making some gentle movements in the hands and feet, your arms and legs. And slowly, carefully bringing yourself back, rolling to your right side. And transitioning to a seat when you feel complete here. So once you're in a seat, bring your palms together at your heart and lower the chin. And as always, honor yourself for all the work you've done here tonight, all the effort, all the willpower. Gratitude to you for doing that. And may all that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until next time, namaste.